What up, everybody, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of DDMTV. And sorry if it's loud in the background. I'm at work, so I'm on the go in this semi truck trying to get it in. If you can't hear it, that's even for the better, man. But on your way in the building, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. Donate if you would. And today, well, real brief, real quick, I want to talk about a little something, man, aimed at Natureboy, and we got some shit coming up later with him and Dr. Umar Johnson later, so we'll get into that or whatever. But I'm sitting back and I'm watching the whole shit with Nateri and Natureboy about Dr. York's son and all this shit and whatever. Now, one thing I've noticed lately since this shit all went into play with Velvet, this shit is starting to get sticky. You know, when the motherfuckers start copping pleas, you know, you get people that when they get in trouble, the first thing they do is just like a child. They resort back to blame. They start blaming everybody for why they are the way they are. And even if you know you're guilty, you're gonna blame somebody for why it's that way. You understand what I'm saying? But before we get into that, you know what I'm saying, let's go ahead and give him our annual slap.
Turn it up, make it slide. Turn it up, make it slide. Can you ring with my bag? With this banging in the back. Turn it up, make it slide. Make it slide. Turn it up, make it slide. Make it slide. Turn it up, make it slide.
Yeah. So like I was saying, you got Natureboy, Nateri, and they're in there talking to somebody else. I didn't really catch that dude's name because I'm on the go, but we will touch on this subject later in a video, in a live stream I got planned for later about another spot where Natureboy is copping pleas because this nigga running scared. But what I want to talk about real quick before I hit this job is the fact that when Nateri was confronted about lying, and every time she's confronted about lying, and this happens with a lot of people, it's always, well, I'm telling my truth. My truth is not the truth. The truth is the truth. A lie is a fucking lie. So you can't use the excuses, I'm telling my truth or how I interpreted it. You know what I mean? Because what Natureboy is doing right now, no matter what happened in Nateri and shit, it's kind of coincidental that now all of a sudden this shit about Dr. York's son and Nateri come up when it supposedly had her so fucking distraught. But she been around partying, turning up, acting like she the business, talking shit to people that call her out, all that shit. It didn't seem like it was bothering you then. Now it's so much bothering you. Now you got to tell Natureboy your truth about it. And she opened up to him and all this type of stuff. And even Natureboy saying she's trying to tell her truth. And if this is the way she interpreted it, man, fuck all that. That doesn't make anything right when people say, well, that's the way I interpreted it. No, nigga, well, then you interpreted a lie. Not saying that she's lying or anything, but when you say certain shit, like my truth and shit. You hear a lot of people always say that. Instead of admitting that they're lying, they, you know what I mean, or they don't know, it's always, well, this is my truth. Okay, well then, how did me and this dude go into the grocery store and you went to the corner store? And we was all together. How was it? Oh, well, that's my truth. That's what we went to. Nah, bitch, that's your cop out. That's your cop out. Now, what I don't like, what I do not like, the fuck, that look like a real dinosaur. But what I don't like is motherfuckers that can't admit wrong, so they'll rather fabricate a story. We got that shit going all around our sector right now. Whole bunch of motherfuckers beefing in this whole sector that can't admit wrong. They're all beefing off of one video or one thing that was said like fucking years ago. And the problem is nobody can admit wrong and nobody wants to give in. Nobody wants to admit that somebody's right or that they did wrong. So we end up in a situation where all we're doing is responding. So that's how people make content. They give something that nobody's ever going to resolve. We just keep responding. Oh, he responded, so now I got to respond back. Even though both of them are telling each other to be the bigger person. You understand what I'm saying? So if Nature Boy is going through all this shit where he's about to be dealing with the law and all that, he running because he damn sure dipped away. You know what I mean? As soon as cops and shit got on his ass, denounced the fucking cult. Oh, that's them. You know what I mean? That's them. That ain't me. That's them doing that stuff now. I'm not a part of it. Then he see that shit ain't gonna work, so he start talking about, you know what I mean? I'm not ashamed. I had to live my life. I'm a real nigga. I'm keeping it real with you. No, you're not. You're copping pleas. Because if you say something about something you did and you take accountability, you fuck up your accountability when you say, but this is the reason why. I didn't have my mom, so this is why I did this. I had to do what I had to do because of this. Nah, that's cop-outs. Those are cop-outs. You take accountability for yourself. When you get in trouble and shit, that's the thing with snitching. When you get in trouble, nigga, if you get in trouble and they know you did something and the evidence is on you, you the one who got caught. Take accountability for what you did. That doesn't mean telling everything everybody else did. I don't give a fuck what they say. You don't need to explain nothing. If you got evidence and you the fucking police or the judge or whatever, the district attorney, if you got the evidence to say I'm guilty, but then you don't need me to tell you anything. You know I'm guilty. Now do your job and find the other people. You don't cop out and say, oh, I did this because, man, it was just hard on me. I ain't had no parents or nothing. Nigga, I ain't have a mom, dad, grandparents or nothing. My kids, it's fucked up because my kids don't have none of that on my side of the family. I was raised literally alone. I had people, but I raised myself. I was alone. No parents, nothing. So you niggas can't use that shit. Nature Boy, you can't use nothing in your life as an excuse, nigga, because it don't matter if you've been through child protective services and all that, nigga. You ain't had it as hard as me. Try being 9, 10 years old, nigga, out there living out the streets on my own and still surviving. Coming up to having a good family, white picket fence for my family because I didn't have it. If anything, when somebody get done wrong or they had a bad life, you would think that's more incentive for them to treat their own family better. But nah. Now when you get these little Rudy Poo ass niggas that claim they from the streets and claim they was raised in prison, nigga, if you was raised in prison, then you wasn't raised in the streets, and vice versa. If you was raised in the streets, then you must not have been in prison, you idiot. You can't say you was raised in both. You can say you've been to both, but you can't say you was raised in both. The fuck is wrong with you? Think about the shit that spill out of your fucking mouth instead of just spilling it to look a certain way. These people live minute by minute. They ain't never had a life, so they ain't got no life behind them that they got to account for, that they got to prove to y'all about. Because if Nature Boy had proof of who he was back in the fucking day, come on, man, this nigga showboat about everything else. You don't think he would have had receipts to prove that? He had that one time, somebody he claimed he knew, and what type of nigga was I back in the day? And dude didn't even really say too much about it. He was no reputable ass block monster. This nigga always talking about how he'll whip niggas' asses. Nigga not swinging haymakers the way you swing. I can see that shit coming. Nigga, I'd have hit your ass 50 times before you got to me with one of them wild ass swings. Nigga, feet wasn't planted or nothing. Nigga about to tip over and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got life fucked up, G. Buster ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I don't agree. I do not agree with that shit when motherfuckers be like, Oh no, you're lying. Those are lies. That can't be the truth. And they don't refute the lie. They don't prove that the other person is being fraudulent to them about saying they're lying. They say shit, well, y'all can believe whatever you want to believe. I'm telling my truth. What truth? Look, I'm gonna let everybody know there's no two sides to a truth. There is no such thing. The only two sides there is right and wrong, truth and lie, good and bad, red and blue, negative and positive. There ain't no two sides of positive. You know what I mean? The only other sides you're gonna get, and those aren't even sides, is like when I say red and blue. You can have different sides, but they're not sides at all. What are those called? Different shades. Two totally different things. That's another thing. You niggas use words because you think they sound good, or you thought because it rotates off your tongue real good with that sentence that this must be what it is. Or you've been paying attention to movies too long, which means you didn't really understand what the fuck you was watching when they was using the words that they were using. You fucking idiots. Some of you niggas get on here running your mouth, calling people dumb and everything, and can't even respect your title right. And then leave it up there like you didn't look at your title and see that was wrong. So you tell me what's wrong. Nobody should have to come to you and be like, hey, your title wrong. After that video already been up for 4 days. You understand what I'm saying? Shit, man. Nigga be on some dumb shit. Oh, shit. Did I come to the wrong house? I don't think so. But niggas be on some dumb shit. But like I said, this one was just real quick. You know what I'm saying? Natureboy is a gay escort trying to get his soul back. Nigga trying to repent for all he's done. So he figured I need to be honest and all that shit. But then with his trying to be honest about everything, because he's saying everybody, you know what I'm saying, that he did this on his own. No, you didn't. Content creators put you on. Content creators did this for you. They made you famous and all that type of shit. Then he say little shit like I had to do what I had to do because, you know what I'm saying, people try to criticize me and try to sell all these lies on me, but then turn right around and admit to it all. In the same fucking breath, on the same stream, you admit to it all, but at the same time saying everything that everybody's done to you was lies. But then you say they're the truth and you had to do the things that you did, right? Right or wrong? You had to do the things you did, pimp. That shit don't go together at all. Because when we said it, nigga, we was lying and all that shit. Remember? You didn't want people to believe that I'm a real street nigga. Even though you would admit it on times just for shock value and then say you didn't do shit. Nigga, this nigga even said he had to turn gay trying to make it into Hollywood. So y'all tell me what type of messiah is this, or is this nigga just been trying to do anything he can to make it famous? Hold on.
Looking for me?
Are you the one I'm dropping off to?
Yeah.
Is it this house?
Nope, it's all the way back here. 6504.
6504. Let me see. Yep.
Yes.
I don't know why it took me here.
It's there's a Ford Explorer in the driveway.
Okay. No problem. My bad, y'all. Dropping these loads off to people. Yeah, man. See, what a real nigga do today, that's the age of a nature boy. Don't believe no real nigga that's the age of nature boy and you think he's successful because he did this internet shit. That's not success. Success is when you got that internet shit down locked after you already been built. After you already built your own. After you didn't already work this shit. Like, nigga, you 40 years old. Nigga, you got kids all over the place you ain't taking care of and everything. Nah. A real nigga from the street, if you really from the street, you will not be at this age at 40 years old talking about I'm a real street nigga. I was raised in prison and da-da-da-da-da. Oh, okay. Well, nigga, if you was raised in prison, well, then we understand why you fruity in the booty. Call him testicle tootie. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. These fake fraudulent ass niggas, it almost ain't even worth calling these niggas out. But hey, I gotta try to save the ones that I can and let them niggas know the difference between real and fake. Reputable and non-reputable. You know what I'm saying? A real man and a non-real man, because every beta male, I'd be damned if a fucking beta male come out talking about, yeah, I'm a beta male. I'm one of the top beta males. When have you ever heard that? Even gay motherfucking men don't say they beta males. They think they alpha too. And some of them gay men are alpha over you niggas, but it ain't nature boy. Nature Boy, you a pussy. Nigga, you up in there dancing to Bobby Brown, My Prerogative and shit. Up there looking goofy. Gang goofy ass nigga. How you still running around playing at the age of 40? Oh, let's admit something else. You never had a childhood cult member all your fucking life. That's why you think that type of shit is right. That's why even if you're not having a cult, you're gonna live by a cult mentality because that's how you was raised. Nigga, you wasn't raised in no fucking prison. You don't even think like a convict. You don't think like somebody that walked the line. Even motherfuckers in PC think somewhat like an ex-con. You know what I mean? Not saying that that's good or anything like that, but when you perpetrate a fraud and you try to use that, well then, nigga, it just don't match with the type of movements you have and the type of ways you act. Nigga, you would have been bitched out on the line a long time ago, pussy nigga. Oh yeah, we lining up when I get off, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna line this nigga the fuck up when I get home. Also, we gonna line up Dr. Umar Johnson's old bitch ass too. I'm gonna show y'all what the fuck to be looking out for. Nigga, you been out here 10 years doing the same shit, still preaching that FDMG fucking school and shit. What happened to the school you said you had? Just needed lights and shit. I only seen you around there a couple times, which means you was walking around in an abandoned place trying to say that this was a school, trying to fool motherfuckers to send money to put into something that wasn't even yours. Pussy nigga, then you over here gambling and shit? Talking about we need this money for this place. For one, get a fucking team together and then try to move. Nigga, don't be out here fucking repeating yourself over and over. We need this money for the DMG school. I said we need this money for the FDMG school. People, we need this money for the FDGM or whatever school. Once again, we need this money, people. The fuck? You ain't had a team in 10 years? Then this nigga blinking, geeking, Ichabod, face all slim and shit like that. Like, nigga, you on that narcotic. You on that motherfucking narcotic. Anyway, I'm gonna get with y'all in a minute, man. I gotta get out of here and get this job done. So, man, like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Two-step, slide like this. Do the blood walk, I do mine like this. Fresh fitted,